Today we are going to have 5 years to bring the Charlotte Hornets a championship. This is year 1, it's not looking good. We've won 16 games, we're literally like the worst team in the entire NBA. The only upside to this is we have LaMelo Ball, who's averaging like a 27-point triple-double, and he's only going to get better from here on out. So far in the early regular season, we're only like 1 to 3 games in now, depending on when this video drops, and LaMelo has been looking phenomenal. It's like he didn't skip a beat past his injuries. I do hope he does make an All-NBA team here. He does go ahead and make that All-NBA third team at 23 years old. We also have Brandon Miller, so there's a lot of upside within him. Like I said, LaMelo just averaged 28 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. Brandon Miller had 17 points, a steal, and a block in his sophomore season. Trey Man, another player I'm probably going to keep, average 10 points. But yeah, we're nowhere near a playoff picture. We literally were just the worst record in the entire NBA. Another upside to that, though, is we have a good draft pick, and with a stacked draft class. LeBron's not going to retire yet, because who knows, we might trade for him or firing our coach straight. Oh wait, Ime Udoka, if he wants to sign with us, that would be perfect. Oh my gosh, he's tentative. He's not coming here. We need to get a balanced coach ASAP for the rebuild. Let's see, Otis Newman's not bad. Joshua Willis never agrees to sign with anybody. We're just going to give every single balanced coach an option here. And we're going to get Charles Lee. I don't know who this is. Welcome to the coaching staff of the worst team in the entire NBA. We did fall to the 4th pick, so that kind of sucks. Dylan Harper is still available. So is Caden. Oh my gosh, I really wanted Ace Bailey, Cooper Flag. Oh man, who went? What was the draft order? We have Ace Bailey, Cooper Flag, then Nolan. Honestly, we're going to explore some trade options for this first 4th pick here. One bit. Trae Young's also not bad. We're taking Alperen. I think this is better than anything the 4th pick has to offer. We have to get rid of a future 2nd round pick. Literally could not care less about that. We're not taking anybody we signed. I don't know who these dudes are. They are getting absolutely no minutes on the court. I don't know why we weren't accepting Brandon Miller's team option for that cheap. That's ridiculous. We're going to try to make a trade with the Pelicans. I would like to get Ingram and Herb Jones for Miles Bridges, Mark Williams, and then some players who just aren't going to play, along with a 1st round pick. Wow, that's not enough for this. Hold up. If we take rid of Herb Jones, let's get Cody Martin out of this trade, and let's throw in Nick Smith Jr. Is this too much just for Brandon Ingram? Maybe. The Pelicans agree. We're going to slide him to that shooting guard position at the end of the day here. We still need a starting power forward, but we don't really have players to trade for that at the moment. I'm going to get rid of Cody Martin, and once again, this guy, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry, I can't do it. We're just going to take Daron Holmes II. He's only 22. He's 6'10", 235 pounds, an elite rim running power forward. Just provides us a physical body on the court. He may have to start, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but unless I can see a better power forward in free agency, then he's just gonna have to start. There aren't many options here. Aaron Wiggins is phenomenal. I do not want to run that man at the 4. Drummond's not bad either. As far as small forwards, we could slide to the power forward. There's just like no big presence on the court, so I think we're just gonna go snag a bench point guard real quick. I'm gonna get D'Anthony Melton to provide some more defense coming off our bench. It looks like we are gonna get him, so that'll be fantastic for our Hornets rotation of LaMelo, Brandon Ingram, D'Anthony Melton, Trey Man. Yep, Brandon Miller, Daron Holmes, Alperen, and Nick Richards. We did win 51 games this year, which we're still the 5th seed, which is wild. Honestly, I'm super impressed by this. In one offseason, we went from literally the worst record in the league to the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference, where it's very stacked. All 5 of us won over 50 games this year. We do have a tough matchup in Orlando with Jalen Suggs, Gary Harris, Franz Paolo, Wendell Carter Jr. They also were able to get Ace Bailey with Anthony Black, Cole Anthony, Bobo, Jet Howard, and Rocky coming off their bench. There are a few players I want to check their season stats real quick. Brandon Miller up to 19 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. Alperen had 18, 10, almost 2 steals and a block. Daron Holmes had 6, 6, a steal, and a block. I mean, that's fine, but not for almost 32 minutes a game. Ingram had 17 as our shooting guard. LaMelo, 21 for 7 assists and a steal. Off our bench, whoever this guy is played great. He probably should be starting, but I might package him and Daron Holmes. We'll just have to see. Nick Richards had 5 and 6. Trey Man over 10 points. Melton had 6, 3, 3, and a steal. So I'm a big fan of our bench. We're just going to simulate the round here. We lose in the 1st round. I'm not worried about it. We still have 4 more years to win an NBA championship, and we actually have a Rockets-Pacers final, so this is a little different. The Rockets come out on top in a 7-game series. Despite that, Tyrese Halliburton still takes Finals MVP. This is really interesting. We're in the moratorium period. We can really just offer Reed Sheppard an $11 million one-year contract, which is huge. We still have a decent amount, well, not a decent amount of cap space. This moratorium period is just honestly stacked. I do want to see what he averaged last year because he could low-key start. 13 points, 5 assists. 436 stats are great. Low-key, we run him at the 1. We have LaMelo at the 2. Brandon Miller can still play the 3. And then I package, let's see, I could package Brandon Ingram, this guy, and then Day'Ron Holmes for a better starting power forward. We're going to see if we can just do this package for the Hawks. We'd get Jalen Johnson, Onyeka, and a first-round pick. All right, they don't agree, so we're just going to throw in some second rounders real quick. I'll be surprised if this isn't enough. It is. So now we get a bench power forward and Onyeka as well. Jalen Johnson can start at the starting power forward position. This does give us a complete rotation of Reed Sheppard, D'Anthony Melton, LaMelo, Trey Mann, Brandon Miller, Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu, Nick Richards, and Alperen. Third year here, and the core of LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and Alperen is just playing fantastic alongside each other. We're about to be a 60-win team, as well as being the first seed in the Eastern Conference after literally starting the video as the 29th worst team in the entire league. LaMelo does make that All-NBA second team for us as well, so that's exciting to see. He did average 25, 5, 7, and 2 steals this year. Brandon Miller had 19, 5 assists. 3 assists, 5 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Alperen had 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and a block. Then Reed Sheppard, wow, 16, 3, 4 assists, and a steal, and he shot 44% from 3. Jalen Johnson also played his role really well. 10 points, 8 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Off our bench, Trey Mann had 12 points. Onyeka had 8 points, 5 rebounds, and a block. D'Anthony Melton had 6 points, a little over still. Nick Richards had 5 and 6 as well. So I'm a big fan of the depth we have within our roster. We barely get past the Pacers in the first round. Honestly, their team is really good, so I'm not too sure how that's the 8th seed. They some ops against us. We are tied at 1-1 against the Nets. We go up 2-1. We go up 3-1, and we do advance to the conference finals to play the 6th-seeded Caps. Oh my gosh, yo, hold up. This might be our year. Out of the Western Conference, we have the 4th and 7th seed. So if we can just get past the 6th-seed Cavs here, as we're tied up at 1-1, we unfortunately go down 2-1. We're down 3-1 against the 6th seed. Sick. This is awesome to see. We're going to go ahead and simulate this game with Simcast to see if our team has that clutch factor, that it factor. It's not looking too good. We just, yeah, we're gonna lose here, which is very unfortunate because this was definitely going to be our year as the 4th seed out of the Western Conference advances, and Steph Curry is once again an NBA champ alongside a Finals MVP. We do have to get Brandon Miller back right now, so hopefully he just accepts the contract. We also need to extend D'Anthony Melton at the small forward position, our 6'3" bench piece. All right, we get them both back. We also did just get Reed Sheppard for another team deal, which is such a steal for the player that he is turning into. I honestly might just run it back. We got this guy in the draft with like the 13th pick, so honestly he might just develop in the G League this season, and then I trade him, or I might start him at the 4. We'll just have to see, but I'm definitely just going to run it back. We're back as the 1st seed in our conference. The players pretty much averaged exactly what they did last season. Reed Sheppard's up to like an 87 overall. We're easily getting through these teams right now. I mean, Reed Sheppard has just been dogging out. Look at that, 21-4, 2 steals in the playoffs. And we have LaMelo, Miller, Jalen Johnson, Alperen with Trey Mann, D'Anthony Melton, Onyeka, Nick Richards. And then this is, where's our rookie? Yeah, he's all the way down here. I'm not worried. The only position we can really improve on is our starting power forward. So if we lose this year, probably just going to improve that, and maybe like our bench shooting guard or small forward in D'Anthony Melton. Aside from that, I don't see myself making too many changes to the team. Alperen does take an Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and we are now in the finals in year 4 here. So we still have another year after this. We're playing, I don't know who Braden Burries is, bro. They got Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jabari Smith Jr., Victor, Jaren Jackson Jr., Stephon Castle, Drake Powell, Ben. This is not a bad, oh my gosh, the roster just keeps going, man. We're going to take this game by game because this is our first time advancing to the finals. We're up 2-0, we're up 3-0, and we successfully bring an NBA championship to Charlotte. LaMelo just averaged 28, 4, 8, and 2 steals to win Finals MVP. This is an issue. I cannot extend Reed Sheppard. So, we might be cooked, actually. We just won an NBA championship, but we can't even re-sign our starting point guard, so I don't really know what to do about that. We get Onyeka Okongwu back. Reed Sheppard is still here, but But there's just no shot I'm going to be able to get him back. Dang it, man. All right, well, there's the future of our team just completely gone. We still have a great rotation, very deep. Could honestly start this guy this year and just hope he had a fantastic time in the G League. I also drafted this dude with the 15th pick this year, so we can trade away pieces to get, I guess, a starting point guard or shooting guard, even small forward. We can slide Brandon Miller to the 2. We're going to see if anybody just like extends Reed Shepherd in hopes of me being able to match his contract. If that doesn't happen, then we're just cooked. We're already, what, 6 days in free agency, 7, 8, 9. It's not looking like we're going to be able to get this man back. We're just going to have to make a trade like last minute. And, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he accepts 11 mil for whatever reason. Okay, well, we're saved. We are, oh my gosh, what a save. Reed Shepherd, thank you so much, man. Now, we do have 11 players, so I can make a trade to improve their rotation. We're somehow the 2nd seed despite adding a better starting power forward. The Pistons, okay, yo, low-key, De'Aaron Ivy Azure, whoever this is averaging 11, 7, a steal, and a block. Whoever this is averaging 10 and 6. They have Cade off their bench with Cam Jones, Ron Holland. This is not a bad team by any means. I do want to check and see. Evan Mobley had 14, 10 over a steal, 2 blocks. Brandon Miller had 15 and 5. Reed Shepherd had 18, 5 assists. LaMelo had 19, 4, 7, 2 steals. Averaging had 18, 8, and 5. He was actually our 2nd leading scorer. Off the bench, Trey Mann had 13. D'Anthony Melton had 6 points and a steal. Wow, this guy this is his 1st season, averaged 11, 4, a steal, and a block. I'm low-key going to throw him in the starting lineup, despite us having Evan Mobley there. This is definitely, I don't really, look, we're just going to try this for a round. I just want to see what would happen, because, I mean, we're just playing the Pacers in the 1st round anyway. We sweep them. I'm going to check the playoff statistics real quick. This guy averaged 15, 8, 2 blocks, shooting 60% from the field. Yo, we're just going to take this 2nd round game by game, because we might just have to pan Evan Mobley back in the starting lineup, but he's playing really well. We're down 3-2 here. I am just going to plug Evan Mobley back. I don't really want to mess around here in our final season. That guy definitely deserves to start, though. That's a crazy rookie season. We're going to simulate this game, and we now have a 7-game series on our hands. Sorry, Evan Mobley. Thank you for taking us. Okay, whoa. We just had 1 point in the 1st quarter for the longest time, and then we dropped 47 in the 2nd. How is that even possible? It's still anybody's game here. We're up by 2, a little under the 4 minutes to go. We're down by 1. Once again, I'm jumping in. You guys are about to see my clutch gene. We're down by 1 in an elimination game. Look who's at the free throw line. The GOAT himself comes back in, no questions, 15, 6, and 5 with the slowest free throw animation I've ever seen, but he's still knocking them both down. Like I said, this man should not have been coming off the bench at all. Oh my gosh, just kidding. He missed a free throw. That man deserves the bench. Where is LaMelo, man? Why is LaMelo? Did LaMelo foul out? Evan Mobley, you're going to have to semi guard Ace Bailey. I don't know how. Oh my gosh. Trey Mann just got to stop at the rim, ladies and gentlemen. I have seen it all. Yeah, that's got to be a green. There we go. We figured it out. Evan Mobley with some killer screens here. That man is showing his reason why he should have been starting, despite a rookie actually having per 36 stats of like 20 and 10. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it at all. Reed Shepherd gets the ball. Oh yeah, there's a wide open dunk. Steph Curry with a 40-inch vertical. 7 seconds to go here. It's anybody's game. I think I'm going to sag off their center in hopes of him not being able to shoot a jump shot to save his life. Oh my gosh, there's no way that goes down. Game on the line against 6'9" Brandon Miller. Bro, hezzies and just pulls it from beyond the hash. And sinks it. He made 3 threes the entire game. And that was one of them. Alright, Ace Bailey. At least they are now NBA champions. At least he takes finals MVP. We were able to bring the Hornets one championship in 5 years. We just got freaking gamed on from the hash by a dude who wasn't even really shooting. We finished with a rotation of Reed Shepard, LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Evan Mobley, Alperen, Trey Mann, Nathan Mountain, whoever this is, and Nick Richards. So we were able to just form an absolute team star-studded lineup right here around LaMelo and Brandon Miller. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will catch you all with the next video.